Planting a tree next to a street is only one part of an urban forestry program. Community involvement, funding, selection of species, and plans for continuing maintenance are all necessary. There is no one formula that communities can follow, but there are common characteristics in successful community street tree efforts. Among these are seeing the need for a strong program, involving dedicated people from the community, and recognizing that professional help is necessary to get the greatest value from available resources. Professional advice is vital to help communities deal with the stresses man and nature place on the urban environment. One of nature's hungriest pests, the gypsy moth, causes severe damage, often defoliating whole stands of trees. However, the results of Dutch elm disease have been devastating. The almost total loss of our American elm tree has robbed communities of a species that grows rapidly, has high branches, and forms a natural crown over streets and sidewalks like a huge canopy. Cities with effective street tree programs have cooperated with utility companies and have utilized all their available resources to help create a more pleasant environment for their citizens.
You can never measure a tree by what it is today. You can only measure what it is when it's halfway or at least perhaps 3/4 along in its lifespan and its growth. So it's not a matter of planting what you get from the nursery or what somebody else donates. It's a matter of planting what belongs, what can grow within a particular area.
Oh, that's beautiful. You hit the books, kept your nose clean, graduated from high school, so you'd rate a good job. All right, stack them up, take them down, push them around. That's a good job. Today, a good job for a guy with your abilities is a job in electronics, nuclear power, communications, aircraft mechanics, computer technology, radar, even sonar. All you need is some special training. If you have what it takes, the Navy can be your open door to a great future. Listen to me, man. I'm Lou Rawls. You have the smarts to get your high school diploma. So you stand a good chance of passing the Navy's entrance test. They aren't that tough if you apply yourself. And instead of pushing crates around, you could be in electronics school like these brothers. Of course, everybody has to go through boot camp. I'm not telling you the NROTC takes everybody that knocks on their door. But if you have what it takes, the Navy recruiter is the man to get you straight. If excitement, adventure, travel, responsibility, and advancement appeals to you, talk it over now. Go see your Navy recruiting officer. The Navy's been waiting for you to graduate, both of you. The whole world's been waiting too. Well, that's it. It's what's happening in the new Navy. It's opportunity, advancement, good pay, equality, and a lot of things that count. The new Navy is together, all together. And another thing, when you see that brother or sister at the recruiting office, do me a favor, Jim. Tell them Lou Ross sent you.
The game is over. You can be fined up to $1,000, or lose your beer license, or... That hurts. Beer is one of the most important products you sell, because 2 out of 3 families use beer as a beverage. 2 out of 3. The average store sells about $30,000 worth a year. But beer's not the only thing involved here. Chances are you will sell related items. Chips, chip dip, snack foods, and picnic supplies. And also non-related items, milk, bread, and who knows what. This is the way the store stays in business. Some young people would play games with your license. If you're careful, you get to keep it. If not, you're stuck with peanuts. It's not a game you want to lose. You have only 2 cards to play with. Valid identification and good judgment. But not a bad hand when you think about it. Take identification, for instance. And a common driver's license is the best form of identification. Best if laminated. If not, it can be altered. Check this one closely. Does the description match? It doesn't always. Americans love their leisure time. And convenience stores with their quick shopping supply of beverages and related foods contribute to the nation's enjoyment of leisure time. Some stores report that beer amounts to as much as 20% of their total volume. That's good business. You can strengthen your hand by carefully checking ID on doubtful customers, by being courteous and friendly, and by cooperating with local law enforcement officials. Remember, the only way to play this game is according to Hoyle. And your best bet is to obey the law.
This is the time, with an air pump only a few feet away, when most of us don't have our tires checked, even though we know it could save both tires and gasoline. If you don't have your tires checked because you don't like to ask, or you don't know how much pressure to tell the man, we've got something now that will do the asking and the telling for you. This little sticker, and it's yours for the asking. Right Air, Tire Industry Safety Council, Washington, D.C., 20004.
The professionals never take off without checking their tires first. The professionals know the right air pressure gives the best gas mileage. The professionals know they've got a lot riding on their tires. Now, maybe you don't think you have to check your air pressure, but you've got a lot riding on your tires too, haven't you?
You know that a washing machine can cause serious injury. But does your child know? You know that if you touch that radio with wet hands, you would risk serious electrical shock. But does your son know? To a young child, almost every appliance, even a refrigerator, is a potential toy. A child's natural curiosity often leads to an accident. Have adequate electrical wiring. Overloading can cause fires. Take a few moments. Teach your family appliance awareness.
This is a film, a story, about a very special place. Assateague Island. A changing place, a fragile place. In this story, there is no plot, no human drama, no breathtaking scenery. Instead, a quiet unfolding, a chance to see and hear the details of this special place. Early morning, and the sun stretches up above the horizon, turning the beach to gold. Grains of sand, the building blocks for this island. Each grain a microscopic planet, wrapped in a shield of water, playing host to hundreds of living organisms. This is, after all, a story of life. Life of the most delicate and fragile kind. The story begins with the sea, with Shakespeare's rough, rude sea, gaining advantage on the kingdom of the shore. Moving and changing, rising and falling. The sea, the ocean, defines this place, adding to it, taking away. In season and in time, it brings destruction and havoc. And in time, it also brings great gifts. It brings the gift of land, the barrier island, Assateague Island, a pearl in the necklace of barrier islands strung along our shoreline. This gift of land is random and not permanent. It is fragile, therefore all the more special. Like the ocean, the island moves and changes. The island and all living things on it, around it. It will be different tomorrow. That is the story of Assateague, changing and adapting, obeying the signals we mere mortals are not privileged to hear. Though we can be here and watch and listen and experience those changes. And that is privilege enough.